Corey Boyd, lead 671 presentation. First and foremost, I want to thank you all for providing me with the opportunity to come and speak to you in regards to the topic of developing a healthy habits summer curriculum for our upcoming summer training. The reason why I feel that this is important is because it will help us prepare our soon-to-be high school seniors for being able to navigate not only their senior year, but preparing them for post-secondary opportunities, be it going into the military, be it going to gain certifications, or attending 2- and 4-year programs. I noticed that in my previous training, during this past summer training, I noticed that students had a lot of questions as to what skills could they develop that would help them go further after high school. And one of the things that I mentioned was that they can begin to establish a routine of healthy habits. Now, as I move forward in my conversation, I want to say that the mission of Genesis Works is to provide an opportunity for students from underserved communities to become successful. This is done through providing them with skills training, work experience, and also the opportunity to be able to network. So, as I progress in my talk, you're probably asking, well, Corey, what do you think healthy habits are? Healthy habits are something that can be utilized by each student to help transform them into becoming the best possible person that they can be. It's going to be a source of motivation for them. It's going to give them something to be excited about. It's going to help them to change certain behaviors. It's going to help them transform who they are as students as they walk the hallways. It's going to allow them to be a positive representation of exactly what they're trying to become, which is a successful student. So, what is an example of healthy habits, and why do I feel it's necessary? Well, who am I? I'm Corey L. Boyd, and I'm originally from Evanston, Illinois, and I'm a graduate of Evanston Township High School. Well, why is that important? Well, the reason why that is important is because while I was in high school, I was introduced to a program called Steps Towards Academic Excellence. And in that opportunity, I was provided an opportunity to learn about what healthy habits are. And so this also was a job placement program. And in that program, I obtained my first job experience. And I was working with the Evanston High School custodial staff. And so for me, some of the positive lessons that I learned through working with the custodial staff is about effort. It's about valuing the interactions. It's about respecting the job position. I know that janitorial or custodial work is not the most polished job, but what it did for me in developing my healthy habits was it taught me about punctuality and showing up on time. It taught me about looking presentable and taking pride in exactly what it is as far as the work that I did. And it also taught me about moving with the intent to grow. And so, yes, I was a custodian at that point in time, but I look back and a lot of those healthy habits that I established then are some things that I'm able to carry through with me now. And so presentation is important. Being able to talk and speak clearly for me is definitely important. And so that's something that I feel if we develop and design a curriculum for our students, they can benefit from. And so as we move forward in our conversation, I want to challenge you and encourage you to think about ways that you grew while you were in school. And so as we go forward in the next steps, what we're going to talk more about is writing the vision. And what do I mean about writing the vision? Well, it's giving them an opportunity to be able to write down specific goals and help them to map out those plans. What does that look like? Well, each student during the summer training will be gifted with a journal. That journal will be used from week 1 through week 8 to help them track their progress and track their successful steps that they're taking to not only being the best scholar that they can be, but being the best young professional placed in an internship that can be. And if they do not, by chance, be gifted with the opportunity to be placed in an internship, then they will be able to use these steps that they've learned to carry them into whatever else they set out to do. So I want you to consider this as we sit down and talk as an organization, to understand that healthy habits are going to be beneficial for not only them, but for us as well, because we're going to have a polished young professional coming before us. As I conclude, I want to ask you, are the habits you have today on par with the dreams you have for tomorrow? If we are expecting them to show up and have habits that are on par for tomorrow, I want you to visualize yourself having those same habits and being able to stand in front of them and teach them and guide them about what it is to develop healthy habits. I look forward to having additional conversation around this, and I will open it up now for questions. Thank you.